Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut.
Ryan once said,
trading is like going to war in a sense, right? So you don't go to war without a plan.
this is why Ryan built a proven trading plan, and it's already transforming lives. These reviews from real members say it all, directly from Trustpilot, where our members give 5-star reviews about the Substack, course, and community. Don't trade without a plan. Subscribe to Substack now. Conquer the markets.
Hey, welcome. Hello. And I'm sorry I'm late. I know I'm 10 minutes behind schedule. I was dogging some chili. What am I going to say? I had to do what I had to do. I haven't eaten all day. So, hey, again, the trade plan was mwah, and we're going to go over it. And I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't know how many people are on here, but if you're not subscribed to the trade plan, like, fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's amazing. And to be quite honest, we have like 50 people on this stream almost every day, sometimes 75. And I know you guys aren't all subscribing. And there is absolutely no reason at $2.50 a trading day. You guys are tripping. So anyways, what's up, Bryce? It's good to see you. Glad you're here. We're going to go over the plan. And to be honest, I'm kind of winging it. I started making content late. I'm always winging it. What am I saying? Started making content late. Got a bunch of stuff here. No rhyme or reason. So we're going to get right into it. But it was a great day. And tomorrow we got FOMC. So for me, it's going to be a half day. I mean, we just nailed it to the T. I mean, yesterday was super squeezy. They did it again today. So we actually had some pretty amazing calls from the trade plan. And then once again in the room, which I want to share with you guys, being in the Discord room has its benefits, guys. I mean, for me, it just makes perfect sense. If you're going to trade the ES, you're going to follow along the trade plans, why would you not be in the community where we are checking a bag every single day? So get with the plan or be square. So let's get into it right now. As you guys know, the same old. Follow me across all these socials. If you're not, you're lame. No, just kidding. You definitely follow me. I mean, I'm always putting stuff out there. I've been very active on Substack lately as well. Try to keep the notes section going. And of course, I've been posting a lot. We have gotten an amazing response. Our subscriber growth is just exponentially through the roof. It kind of looks like silver. It's pretty awesome. So Ryan Bailey Edge across TradingView and X and YouTube and Substack. It's all the same. It's easy. And I definitely encourage you guys to follow me on TradingView. I'm coming out with new stuff all the time. And I've just been busy, but I got like 3 or 4 indicators in queue, including our flagship indicator that we got a guy in the room who continues to make money and pass evaluations and stay funded. I am kind of jealous, to be honest. Sag, if you're watching this, congratulations, you're doing your thing. He actually has the old version of Algo 1, and I changed accounts, and they never deactivated him. So he's just like, he's milking it. And congratulations, man. That's what's up. And you're actually have inspired me to retool this thing and get it going again. So I'm excited to bring this back for everybody. So I guess we're going to get right into the plan as usual. And I'm just going to walk you through the day because, I mean, you know, if you ain't long, you're wrong. And that's just how it is. But having the level certainly plays. So let me just go ahead and throw this out right now. Yesterday, we know we had a super squeezy day. And it was going to continue. You know, we were very close to all-time highs on SPX. And now we are a stone's throw away from doing it again on ES. And so let's just get into it. I think it's important. So again, I threw this out for everybody right in the title. You don't even got to pay for the trade plan to figure this part out. It's in the title, right? Low volume grind and the 7,004 ceiling. I mean, if this wasn't a low volume grind morning, I don't know what is. We started the day off basically down 36% relative volume, which means we had 36% less participants than average over the past 5 days. And that is pretty typical when you get into all-time highs like this. You know, guys don't want to trade this, but I will tell you this, and this is one thing that I tell everybody 100 times over. If you've been in my room, you're probably tired of hearing it. If relative volume is low and we are cruising and we're trending, there is only one mode and one mode only to go with, and that is with trend, and you prepare for the grind. You get in your long, you sit back, you put your feet up, and you let it work. It's magic. The trend is up, and that is all we should be looking for this morning, as pullbacks are more than viable to buy today. So we had our monster weekly level at 7,004, which is the big make it or break it. And for those of you who tuned in yesterday to the post-market breakdown, you guys know I talked about this level then. I said, hey, listen, this is the last weekly. It's really the true untested resistance, the big one that we have. Other than that, there was a daily higher that we'll soon get into. And that was the jam. So, you know, we bumped our head on that all morning. And so let's just go ahead and just show you guys what's up. So this was the chart that I gave everybody. This is the 1 hour chart. Whoop, there we go. This is the 7,004, this big red line. The O2 was a 4 hour. I like to actually show both of these because I'm a big 4 hour guy. So again, 7,004 ceiling and the bullish imbalance that took us up to 70.26. We didn't quite get there today, but we will. Just be patient. We'll get there. So we sat at the highs all evening and bumped our head against a significant weekly at 7,004. Boom, boom, boom. Buyers have clearly accepted value on this push up as we continue to move higher in a quest for all-time highs. Do it out right there, right? It's right there, okay? So we had this significant bullish imbalance, which we're not going to worry about right now because we didn't quite get there, but it is still on the radar nonetheless. So now I got to figure out what to do now. So let's see. Our very first trade of the day and the very first support. Here you go, 69.89, our immediate support. Located very close to the point of control at 69.8975. If they want to hold this and continue progression above 7,004, and that is possible given yesterday's zero rotation, right? So as you guys know by looking at this chart, what's up, Sandra? Good to see you. You guys know that we held this spot very close to yesterday's point of control, and we ended up all the way up here. We only went basically to 18. So we basically hit this weekly or this daily level at 70.1650 and pretty much retraced. We went a little bit higher than that, but this comes into play and I'm going to show you how very soon, which is one of the biggies from being in the Discord room. But here was the other biggie, okay? And listen, I'm not perfect, right? So we had this level at 69.8975, but it was a 1 hour and I was like, you know, whatever. So let me just throw this out there. And I missed this. I missed it until basically we were here. As you can see, this picture I took still had the 1 hour. I'm poking around. I'm like, what the hell is going on, right? Boom. What did I find? A daily level at 69.89. This is the daily chart. This is where it stemmed from. And then down below, this is a 4 hour chart, which I took a picture of for everybody in the room. And I told everybody immediately, guys, we're not coming off of a 1 hour. We're coming off of a daily. We're getting ready to zoom, right? And so for me, I'm long. I immediately just hit the buy button. I'm like, whatever. This thing ain't coming down. You know, we played the weekly yesterday, our Sunday night, which took us up 120 points. only to accept value at the highs and pull back and play a daily. We're going up, right? So I just get long. Let's just go. Let's go, right? And so that's what we did, right? So here we go. So now let me find what I have here. This is so here we go. That's not it. Hang on, give me 1 second here. I told you I wasn't very organized today. So let's see. Let me just flip through these. 89. Oh, we got this long. Here we go. All right. So before we do that, let's talk about this. So one of the first things I always point out to you guys is VIX here. And so I may have not actually saved the picture from the long, so it's okay. So here we go. So as you can see, the VIX analysis from 1651, this was our big pivot yesterday. This was our weekly that we came down and we gapped underneath. And once again, this was our big pivot above below for the day. And really we'll skip all the bullshit, but it just comes down. As long as they stay below 1651, we continue our push on VIX lower underneath our main pivot of 1568 and ultimately the daily at 1541. Well, the main support right here at 1568 actually held up, but this move down is what kind of gave us the confidence to continue to get long. And that also came with obviously the buy off of the daily level. So here we go. So I will show you guys this. And I think this is close enough. This is not exactly what I wanted. I think I forgot some slides here, but that's okay. So just to show you guys here, 7,004, we actually had a very nice pullback VWAP buy actually. And I think that's the one that I want to show next. Here we go. Let's see the VWAP buy. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Sorry. I did have it. I put a double slide. So anyways, they popped above the 7,004 right here. This is our redheaded stepchild level right here. And they pulled back. And the first thing I told everybody is, hey, listen, this 7,000 level is a total buy. They pulled back a little bit and they really hit this VWAP spot right here, as you can see. Well, this green line is me getting long on the way up because at this point I'm like, okay, I want to be long anyway. I was already long and I wanted to get even higher into that daily or that resistance area. I figured we were going to keep grinding up. So I get long and I get long again. And of course, I'm showing everybody in the room. And please keep in mind, like, I'm very active in the Discord room, right? I mean, everybody in here is trading the ES for the most part. There's some NQ traders, but even so, they're still watching, right? Because they kind of run together. And I like to keep everybody informed exactly what I'm doing, what my trades are, what my stops are, what my targets are, and the information that I'm looking at, because I got 8 screens in front of me, right? So I've got a lot of information to share with people. I can see a lot more than everybody else at one time. So I try to do my best to help. And the first thing that I really noticed was this massive poor high on the profile, right? And so for me, immediately, this means that we can push higher, right? So we had this massive poor high. I'm looking at this big bullish imbalance. And if you look at this poor high, these are all from the left. These are more inefficiencies from the left that need to get cleaned up. Even though we have our massive weekly bullish imbalance, these are still more inefficiencies. So I'm like, okay, 17's one, what have you. Okay. And again, I'm always looking at SPX as well. And as you can see here, I'm like, guys, we are a stone's throw away from all-time highs. ATJ, my bad. I'm the worst typist if you guys haven't noticed. Absolutely horrible. But again, everybody gets the point. And we were so close to all-time highs at that point. So once I saw this, I am holding because I just figured we would squeeze to all-time highs, and we did, right? So here we go. So I told everybody right here, I had 3 on at this point. As you can see, I bought VWAP, then I added above 04 or at 04, this whole area, this, and then we had a naked point of control here at 0950. So I took one at 0850. And then I had my order sitting up here right around 1550, somewhere like that. And, you know, I really wanted to kind of see how this was going to react when we got there. And I was really paying super close attention to SPX when this happened, or when we approached this area, because as you guys know, I mean, if you've been trading long enough, you know, it's not just one asset, but I mean, I've started to really understand, you know, ES, and I won't say it happens every time, but probably 60% of the time, or maybe 70%, you make a new all-time high, they sell back, right? I mean, guys like me, we're looking for new all-time highs, and then we take our profits, right? And that's how sellbacks occur. So this daily at 1650 kind of lined up with the all-time highs, which we talked about, and you can see how I had the targets up here as well. So anyways, I'm telling everybody, here we go. Managed to get the second fill based on SPX. This was this fill up here as I was looking to basically take targets at this significant daily. Now, just so you guys know what this daily is, I'm going to go ahead and pull my chart down and show you guys. This 1650 daily was the highest tested daily in this leg down from the all-time highs. Now, it is tested clearly, as you can see right here, right? So let's not, fool ourselves. This is a very tested daily. But you're like, well, Ryan, it's tested. Why would you, right? Listen, whenever it's the highest, most untested, it's very significant. Very. That's why this weekly's red, right? Anytime you see these levels that are in red, these are significant pivot points, significant leg ends that I am monitoring for progression above or below. And even though they're tested, I assume that they can get a reaction again. And guess what? It did. Now, did it poke through it a little bit by a point or two? Absolutely. But regardless, it doesn't matter. And that's why it was important. And that's why we were looking for this. So we basically went from 89 to 16 all this afternoon as we continue to push up. Okay. So again, this is kind of how I felt about it today, right? Up and away. Got your little goofball here going on, and boom. Ding, 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 right? Just like the song. And by the way, my man Francisco made that song for me, and I really appreciate it. If you guys hear the theme song in the beginning, he is an artist. He's fantastic. He sings, he writes music the whole night. He actually wrote that song for me. I love it. So next time you listen to it, actually hear it, listen to it. The words are incredible because he talks about T1 goes ding, ding, ding. And that's exactly, this is my emoji that I use all the time. It's good stuff. So that was an awesome, awesome trade. Okay. So I do want to show you guys this. So let's go ahead and throw this out there. Here you go. I think this is a good one. Let me make sure this is where I'm looking here. Hang on. Post market context full long from the lows. Yeah, this is good. I'm actually going to throw this one out here first. All right. So this is actually how it went down today. What's up, Brooklyn Life? Raju. All right. So we had the 69, 89, 75, 1 hour down here by our point of control, as you guys know. And then I found the daily, which is why it's in pink, right? So after we push up, we pull back. Look at this beautiful VWAP buy. We had ETH VWAP, RTH VWAP. They pulled right down into it and then really just took off. And then obviously I ended up getting flat all my contracts right here at around 70.16, which looking back at it now was the perfect exit. But this is truly the move for the day in ES, right? So now let's go over into our SPX slot here, as this is going to be really important, right? So this is me. I'm still long, and I'm telling everybody all-time highs on SPX and the daily at 716. They are more than likely the same thing. Lo and behold, they were the same thing, right? So we had the daily there and we had the all-time high. So I'm planning on taking one prior and one when we wick the high. I'm guessing the same daily at 70.16. So I'm also watching SPX. I want to be out at new highs in case what? In case they sell back, right? Because I've done this before. I know this game. Now, I'm not going to pretend that they couldn't continue to squeeze higher, but for me, I would rather take the chance of just taking profits at new highs. And I use the deductive reasoning that we squeezed 120 points yesterday, right? The whole goal was to make a new all-time high before FOMC. So we were squeezing today off of a daily level. And I figured, hey, they might make new all-time highs and sell back. And as you can see, I was showing everybody the new all-time high up here is more than likely the same as the daily here. And I told everybody 4 points left for new all-time highs. Unfreaking real. And indeed it was. So absolutely insane how this whole thing worked out today. So here was the other ordeal here. Let me see what we got. So I was telling everybody, and again, at this point, I'm still long. I know I kind of went out of order here, but it's no big deal. So really what I wanted to talk to you guys about was this specific moment. So the reason why I took one before all-time highs and one after all-time highs is very often they get super close to an all-time high or even the same tick of the all-time high and pull back. Not saying that they pull back and fall and it's over with and never make a new all-time high. But sometimes they pull back enough to knock me out. So my plan was, again, you can see my 1550 was to take one as it gets close to the all-time high. And again, I'm watching SPX, right, in relationship to ES. So I tell everybody this does this frequently. It gets close, then retraces, then pushes back, right? And even telling people right here, keep an eye on SPX. They love to sell back after new all-time highs from guys like me taking profits after one tick, etc. Okay, so at that point, I end up getting my fills and I leave. I got to go to a meeting. So I get in my meeting and I get out of this meeting, and lo and behold, just got out of the meeting. Did they sell back all-time highs? I wish somebody would have seen that coming, right? It's kind of funny. I mean, I love being, toot my own horn, but, it is what it is, right? I mean, when you got it, you got it. And we got it, right? We nailed this shit every day. I mean, this is making $1 million in my PJs, you know what I'm saying? So this stuff is awesome. I love it when the market does exactly what we commanded to, and it absolutely did, right? And so this was a fantastic lesson for the guys in the room. I had some new guys that learned some stuff. I know Bryce is in here. I hope Bryce, I hope you took a lesson on this, because this is common practice. Now, it usually does this at every significant leg in, not just all-time highs, but all-time highs is a biggie. A lot of times you guys hear when we're talking about squeeze ups, like whatever, or, shorts, I know you heard me say it just a couple of weeks ago when we made new lows on the leg. I said, the pressure's off. They've wicked the lows. Now they can retrace. And that's exactly the same thing that happens at the highs. The pressure is on to make a new high, which essentially makes a new leg, because now we've made a higher high. And so the pressure's off and they can pull back, and they can pull back fairly deep, honestly, and still keep the bullish momentum going until they pull back into the new support. Again, it's all about the legs, them sexy legs, right? So that's what's up. All right. So that was a fantastic lesson for the guys in the room. Fantastic lesson for you guys now. Something for you always to remember. If you want to push your shorts, push them. If you want to push your long, great. But when you get over a significant peak, ease up, because more than likely they will retrace on your ass. All right. Especially for shorts in the ES. It doesn't happen quite as much or quite as hard as it does with longs in the ES when they retrace. But if you're short and they wick the leg, they love to squeeze. I mean, good Lord, do they love to squeeze. So something super important for you guys to remember. Okay. So now, one of the beauties of being in the Discord room, right? So we've found the daily, right? That was with the 4 hour, got us long, right? Again, for, whatever, just another reason. Obviously, we had the targets. We talked about, hey, this might sell back. We got the daily at the highs. Watch that. All good stuff. Great. Now, here you go. My boy Mark. Mark's probably in the stream somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but I love Mark. We were way up here at this time, 11:13. He says, so in case we fall, would it be a good idea to long again? Yes, maybe 7,004. And I'm like, if anything, buy 7,002 when we come back down. It just so happens that I was typing the same time, whatever. So that wasn't contradicting him by 2 points. It just so happened that that was the level I was looking at when I was reading his thing, right? So what level did we play? 7,225. So I was wrong by 2 ticks. My apologies, Mark, but I know you guys got that money. Again, good job with the retest. And as soon as we got back over this weekly at 7,004, that was your trigger to get long. And actually, I was looking at the 15-minute, because I was gone at this point. I made my money on the long. I got the heck out of there. But I wish I was around for this one. I love the way they played. They played this 7,004. Let me get rid of that. And then 7,002 got above 04. But look at this 15-minute close. Love this 15-minute close. How it was above the overnight high like that, and above VWAP, and it was green. Man, this thing was gone. And so what did they do? They went right back up and basically tested this daily at 70.16. That is super significant, right? We know it's tested, but it's so important. And it has proved time and time again. This is the third freaking test, essentially, that this thing is gold. And I'll just show you. I know I showed you on the RTH chart, but look at that thing. Look at that test. So here we are again. Do I think it's going to go higher? You're damn right I think it's going to go higher. I think we're probably making new all-time highs tomorrow, maybe even before FOMC, but probably most likely after FOMC. It's hard to tell. I know right now, I mean, you never know, right? All I know is SPX made all-time highs, so that's that. And then my guess is ES will follow. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. I don't think they're going to raise rates tomorrow. As far as I know, everything's status quo, and that's just how it's going to be. So that's that. So good stuff. And that's essentially how the day played out. I mean, we just really nailed it all the way from the lows, even the short from the highs, and the buy midterm. It really can't get much better than this. And if you're following along in the trade plans, I know you guys did good. I want to show you guys something. Actually, this is off the cuff. And Bryce, you're going to like this because you and I talked about some things that you'll probably enjoy. I want to show you guys this. Everybody better listen up that's on this stream right now. Listen, I offer 30 days free to the trade plans. It is definitely too long, and it is definitely shouldn't be free. Bryce even told me, he's like, bro, you're giving that shit away. Let me show you something. This is Mateus. Mateus is riding the 30-day free trade plan right now. Check this out. Look at this guy. Hi, Ryan. Thank you. Oh, check this guy out. Again, he messages me every day. He hasn't paid anything. This guy is riding the free plan. Hi, Ryan. Thanks for the plan again. I took the retest of 7,004 on 2 contracts, 5 points on the first one, 8 points on the second one, slowly grinding my account. This guy is forever showing me how much money he's making. He makes $600 a day on the free plan. 600. He makes money every day off of these plans. He's the perfect marketing for me. He doesn't pay shit. I'm giving this stuff away. And this guy's over here passing accounts, building funded accounts off of my trade plans. He doesn't even pay. If you guys aren't subscribing, you're tripping. Anyways, that's enough of that. So that is pretty much how the day played out. I mean, we had a great day. At least I did. I know a lot of guys in the room got long. Bryce held his long. I mean, I didn't even look. I was gone most of the day, so I didn't get a chance to look at the scoreboard. But I know these guys did good because I kind of briefly looked in the room, and everybody was long from the beginning. A lot of guys caught the short since I was calling the wick up to all-time highs. And I know most people bought the 7,000 too. So it was probably a super solid day in the room. I did $1,500. I know these guys probably made more, and it is what it is. So again, I highly encourage you to sign up for the plans. I highly encourage you to just follow along with these trade plans. And again, if you're really interested in becoming a real trader, come in the Discord room. We're just absolutely crushing it in there. Also, another thing is I am a huge sponsor and proponent of a statistics platform called Edgeful. They are ending their free trial of 7 days on February 1st. Yes, I included the link in this post. You guys should go check it out. Get in there. Subscribe, the whole 9 yards. If you don't want to pay, just get it for the 7 days. Take the screenshots of what you need. This platform is so powerful. I highly suggest you check it out. It is good stuff. So I'm not going to drag this out today. We have talked about a lot. We basically called every turn, every move just ridiculous again. It almost seems unreal and fake, but it actually is real because everybody's making money. So, they say the markets are random, but I guarantee you it's not, because somehow we seem to grab every nook and cranny. So anyways, with that being said, I appreciate you guys showing up today. I will have the trade plans out at 8:30 in the morning for everyone. And again, I will be here same time, same channel for the post-market breakdown tomorrow. I will see you guys at 5 p.m. Eastern, and you have a fantastic evening. And deuces for FOMC. Ciao, ciao.